All right, let's take a look at the leg swing jump. Pretty simple jump. You'll use this one to get over shorter distances, 2 to 4 feet. It can be used while you're jumping from log to log, or you have a backpack on, or you're jumping over a little puddle in the stream or something like that, going from one rock to another in the stream. Relatively easy jump, doesn't take too much effort, but it can get the job done. So let's break it down a bit. During the jump, you have 3 main items. You have the leg swing, the jump itself, and the landing. Let's take a look at that leg swing. If you like, you can follow along. I'm going to be using just a flat surface here, and also I'm going to pull in a 2x4 to show you some of the listing that's involved. So speaking of that listing, in order to get that clearance while you're doing your leg swing, you're actually going to have to list your hips, basically tilt them to the sides so you can get the clearance on that leg that's swinging. So for instance, this left leg is going to swing. I list my hips to be able to get clearance down below. From there, I can freely swing the leg. So as you can see, I'm set on my base of support, which are my 2 feet. I lean to one side, the side that's going to carry my weight. I list, and now I have the clearance to do the leg swing. Let's go ahead and try it on the 2x4. So, I plant myself on my base of support, which is the one leg. And then I list to lift the leg and swing. Now as a drill, you can practice this listing while you're on that 2x4. And if you don't have the elevation of double the 2x4s, it still works with the single, just as it does on your surface of support on the ground. So that gets us set up to do the leg swing. And when you do that leg swing, you're going to actually do a little bit of counteraction with your contralateral arm or hand. And you're not trying to do something really super structured, just enough to keep you counterbalanced so you don't lose your balance. Sort of looks like this. This will help you maintain your balance as you're doing that swing. If you don't do that, you may have a little trouble keeping your balance as you're making all this other motion. So nice counterbalance with the contralateral motion. It gets you set up nicely for taking that jump. Before you actually take your jump, check your target to see where you're going to land. And then when you actually take off, you can let your eyes move forward, use your peripheral vision, and trust yourself to land on the correct spot. You have a couple of choices while doing your leg swing as it pertains to checking your target. So initially you can come in, spot your target, and proceed to leg swing while you're looking at your target. Then when you take your jump, you can bring your eyes up and check your field of vision and safely land on the target. Another way is to actually swing your leg without looking at the target, and then at the last moment, check it and then make your jump. And that third item is to actually make a safe landing. So you have 2 styles of landing, generally speaking, for doing this leg swing jump. One is to jump and land with both feet at the same time. Another is to land 1 foot in front of the other, like tet-tet. So this is an example of the first one where you land both at the same time. Both at the same time again. And then there's a style of landing with 1 foot after the other, sort of tit-tit. And one more time. Now keep in mind, the landing that you're doing for the leg swing jump isn't like our regular general landings where we actually are bringing the arms forward from underneath. It's not this landing. This landing done during the leg swing jump is more of a just keeping your arms in a nice easy position that won't throw your balance off for such a short landing. So, to practice this landing, nice, simple, easy jumps. That's all you have to do. So you have your listing, leg swing, jump, and then your landing. Once you have the basics of the leg swing jump down, then you can start looking to increase your distance up to around that 4-foot area. Once you have that down, then you can start looking at introducing targets. So you can find yourself some targets. You can start off with one and shorten the distance and look to do a nice leg swing jump onto a target. Once you have that down, you can look to increase the distance . And once you have that down, you can introduce a starting target and an ending target. All right, from there, you can do things like actually take it out into the environment, jump over streams, log to log, so on and so forth. Make it interesting, make it that much more practical for you to use. You can put on backpacks, weighted vests. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at that. Okay, a weighted vest. So, of course, you'll want to take extreme care when you're using something like a weighted vest or backpack that's loaded or any other loaded items while you're doing jumping activities or any other skills that you're practicing. But keep in mind that these are very practical tools for very practical skill. You will be out there at times with some weight on you where you'll need to take a little jump or a big jump or jump to another level of a surface of support. So just keep those things in mind as you're doing your training. If you feel like you've reached the maximum, the peak of what you can do with a particular skill, think again. You can always add something to show some progression for it. Just keep that in mind.